looking for your loyalty. The world can sit up here and have a nice house with a nice front yard, backyard, um, everything. The house is for sale. Anybody that knows, you buy a house, it costs money. You got to give them some funds for you to rent the house. Although you buy the house, because you're still in captivity. You're still there. And I'm sitting here getting started. Shalom, sister Vicky. Shalom. Shalom, brother Yah Saint. Sister Patricia. Shalom to you all. I'm glad you all was able to make it in. But the selling of the system is one that it's one that this is a sales plot that we need to be leery of, and at the same time on the watch, because what they're selling and they're hating at the same time. They're selling you a dream that we know for a fact is a lie. Now, that's another thing. There's a lot of lies in this fulfillment. There's a lot of lies in it. And so, what this system is doing, it is a trip. Shalom, Sister Teresa. The thing that's for sale in this system is not beneficial to neither one of us. And with the wokeness, the awaken, no, it's not. It's not. There's nothing advantageous about it. Yes, and then at the same time, a lot of brothers and sisters are looking forward to the wilderness because, truthfully, they're not buying what the system is selling. We've seen enough. We have seen enough. We felt that. We felt a lot of it. We felt nations coming down upon us. If you want to talk about turmoil, that's us. If you want to talk about hatred, that is absolutely us. Mistreated, hands down. Hands down. We are those people. So what they're trying to sell to us, it has no value. We know the things that's for sale is not for us. And unfortunately, you do have some that fall for the okie-doke. That's one thing we have seen. But we're not trying to fall for that one. It's just like what was that? April 5th. We was not falling for that. It's now, but when the world see that you're not falling for it, because they'd like to put a bait on the hook. They like to put a bait on the hook. And we just start looking at things and we just start coming to a realization. You all are on a whole different level. Shalom, Sister Kathy. You are on a whole different level. What the world is selling, they're hating that the fact that you're not biting. That's what the world is. It's just like they sitting on the edge of the pond, waiting for you to bite, only to torment you. This is what we have recognized. When the Most High was telling his people, our forefathers, you do not want this system. You do not want the nation. Don't be like the nation. He was telling us everything we needed to know, but unfortunately, those fleshly eyes, I tell you, they're something else. Shalom, Brother Earl. Glad you was able to make it in today, brother. Those fleshly eyes, brother. When I say that flesh, whoo, we good night. That flesh is going to determine whether we're going to live or we're going to just be laid down. Because our people kept looking at the fleshly things. Now, when the Most High spoke and said, hey, no, you don't want this, he did not give a reason for all of his mandates. He didn't. He just wanted us to trust him. Brothers and sisters, if you want to talk about trust, it's going to be a must in these last days. It's going to be that. It's going to be a unresolved trust in the Most High. When he was, we go back to the history book, our Bible, and we look at all the things that the Most High was saying about his people, what he did and what they did. And then we come to realize, hey, I don't care if you just woke up yesterday. If you just woke up yesterday, the Most High expect you to be loyal to him. Period. If he woke you up, just waking you up, man, hold on for a moment. Okay, sisters, Biggie D. Okay, I'll check it. But this is what he expects of us. Is for us to have this loyalty from him. And brothers and sisters, you want to talk about loyalty. This is one time we're going to have to maintain. It has to be so resolved in us. I'm serious. Now, the Most High said these things. These some of the things is going to be happening. And these earthquakes that's happening over there on the West Coast. See, now, we go on the news. That earthquake, I believe, hit today or yesterday or something. A 7.0. So now, but what do? They had a tsunami. They put out a warning for a tsunami. A couple of hours or an hour later, they canceled it, and so it becomes nonchalant to us. Oh, it happens. It happens. Then we go on about our daily routine. Once the waters and everything calms down, we right back shopping, eating, and buying. This is the norm when it comes to the nation. But one day, the earthquake is going to be real. It's going to get their attention. But it should not be that with us. We should be always alert. All right. If this particular place, keep on having earthquakes, like it's part of the daily weather, brothers and sisters, this is just me. I'm up, I'm out. That's just me. I'm not going to sit up here and look at an earthquake that keeps happening twice a month. Shalom, sister, brother Avon. I'm not. That's just me now. I'm not going to sit there. Let's see. Sister Kathy, they're going to downplay it. And then when they downplay it, Sister Kathy, they downplay it with the sense of, what do they call it? Global warming. You have not heard nobody, except for us, that sit up and say, hey, this is not global warming. This is Yah's judgment. He said these things will be happening in one place after another. Here, West Coast, I think they've been having an earthquake every month. Every month they having one. But we get up and we go about our daily routine as if, like I said, it's part of the weather pattern. And so now that's a dangerous thing, because when you get content in this system, that can be the worst thing possible. Because once it hits, you woke then. You woke. And you may be woke for that moment, but now you got to start making some drastic changes. Now you got to start running for your life. This is what's hold on. Boom, hold on, boom. There you go. It is suspicious how these gates just happen and open all. Hey, brother Yasin, this is that contentment attitude or way of life. And then that's one thing we should not be upholding, is that, just being content. Wait a minute, hold on. Cool. For the kingdom of God. And that's the thing, brothers and sisters, is we seeing this stuff happening. Hold on just for a moment. The thing about it is, we got to be on guard. We got to be alert. This is what he's telling us. He gave us the warning signs. Have there ever been any warning outside of and I sure hate to use this term. I hate it with passion though, because it was used against us. There was warning signs. There was warnings that the Most High said he was going to act against his people or against a certain people. But he got meticulous. He got meticulous for the time of the end. He even got meticulous, but didn't give a whole lot of information, but he gave enough. In Genesis 15, when he was talking to Abraham, and he told Abraham. But now, if you take what he told Abraham, that information that he gave Abraham at that particular time, because truthfully, what it would appear from the scriptures, that Abraham had a nightmare. And the Most High showed him, and it was a nightmare that he was having. And he's seen his descendants in this particular position in a land that is not theirs. Oh, and you can just only imagine the treatment. And at the end, the Most High said this: you will lie down with your forefathers. He knew that he would not be living to see that time. Whew. Well, here we are. Here we are. Those people. Shalom, we got next. Here we are. The ones he was talking about. The ones who've seen and have history. They're selling of a kingdom to us and hanging us and our forefathers from trees. Ain't nothing changed. They held they held Yahusha. Did they not have him hanging from a tree? Now our forefathers, going through time, get up to 1619, all the way up to this very day. Slavery still exists, brothers. Get caught up in the system, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. You're in the system. If your child and your that child is in the system, that's not a good thing to be in. If you committed a crime or whatever, you're really in the system. Slavery never existed. So if you want to talk about 1619 on up to 2025, it's a known fact that slavery has not ended. These people, this nation, is under judgment. And these judgment, brothers and sisters, although they may be showing, like I said, it's over the West Coast, California area. And that's when all your million dollar homes are located at. Now, what was that? Was that last year? When the houses was all on fire, all those millions of dollars went up in flames. Judgment. But we should not forget that now. And granted now, like I said, if I'm seeing one thing happening in one particular location a lot, I don't think I want to stay there. That's just me. They had they had the fires, and they had the earthquakes. All of that stuff was happening all at the same time, and then they said it was so dry, but I'm like, you're right next to an ocean. How is it possible that you go say you can't? Well, I mean, I don't know. That could be something totally different. Yeah, that's right, brother. We got next on. The moment they understand that they are under judgment, they be batting 100 then. When the world or this nation understands, hey, this is happening to us because of these people. The moment that they wake up and they recognize that, that's when they're going to be batting 100. When they do that, they're going to know every, look at this. When the political people literally sit down, because when a politician, or let's just say, let's go back to biblical times. What was it that they called these people? They was not called political. What they call them? Some of them were like spiritual advisors around the king. That's when it's going to be those type of individuals who's going to recognize, and they're going to start speaking to it. Hey, this stuff is happening because of these people here. They starting to wake up, scripturally speaking. Their God said that he was going to wake his people up. And then for these politicians, they got to be real with themselves. That's one thing, they real with themselves. And then at the same time, they will lie to themselves at the same time. They're going to get real. They're going to understand it. And it's happening, brothers. It is absolutely happening right as we speak. There's an awakening, which they know of. They know that, hey, all of this stuff that's going to happen for this particular country is because of these people. And I seriously believe this. That's one of the things that's going to move them to send Yah's people back to their land. Shalom, brother Dave. I'm glad you was able to make it in, brother. But that's what we are up against right now. Now, the world can sit up and say that. Now I know what Trump was talking about. He was talking about, and what is that stuff called? I forget what it was. I mean, it's on the tip of my tongue. And I was just looking at it like 2 days ago. He's trying to institute martial law. martial law. And the gist of it and what he's doing, trust and believe, brothers and sisters, these politicians, they're going to move one time too many. Because truthfully, all they're going to do is keep on poking the Most High. That's all they're doing. And you want to talk about the devil really making a fool out of the nations? That's what he's doing. He's making a fool out of the nations. And that's one thing we should not be a part of. When the Most High said, get away, get out of her, he means it. No matter what they're selling, although we may be caught up in the system, we may be caught up in the system. That don't mean that we got to buy it. It does not mean that we have to buy it. Because truthfully, I have a house that's paid for. I do. But I pay taxes every year. So, I mean, if you buy and you keep on paying this, it's not yours. They came over and they claim land that's not theirs. Ruthless, they came in and took it. That's what they did. And then they started instituting taxes on it. So this is their kingdom by force. And that's all they ever known. Anything is by force. Kill, plunder, destroy. That's what this nation is about. Countries are constructed out of enslavement. The history of a people is that of the word of colonizing. And so now these particular people, they walk about right down to this very day with not a worry in the world. Not a worry in the world. They know that right now they have the ability to walk into any country they want to, especially that of Africa. I was there in Tanzania, off the ocean, the so-called Indian Ocean. And I've seen them. When I say, there's not a worry. Not a worry in the world for the nation. The arrogance flies. I mean, it just drifts around. That's what the arrogance does. And this is how they feeling. This is how they feeling. For brothers and sisters that are alert, that are woke, we know. And I know, you know what? This is not hatred towards a people. It's not. I'm just seeing how they put themselves in a position. And for the vast majority of us, we have come to put them in position because it's that mentality, which is demonic. How some of our brothers and sisters put them in a position of glory. You got it so bad that some brothers and sisters, they're walking out here fighting to be in their lives, to be part of their lives. Now this is the sad, and then This world, this place we call the United States, especially when it was up under Biden, they had the commercial. They had the black and white commercial. Oh, they was playing those things like there was no yesterday. They was playing those commercials. A black man with a black white woman, and then but the vast majority of them was a white man with a black woman. That's what the majority of the commercial was about. But at the same time, they still trying to sell it to you, brothers and sisters. What they're selling, what truthfully is not what they're selling. They really trying to buy something from you. That's it. They just call. They say, "Hey, this is for sale." And if you fall for the sales tactic, they have nearby bought you. That's what they have done. If we fall for this system, brothers and sisters, we're going to find ourselves just like Esau. That's when we just might find ourselves sitting around here weeping in tears. Because now, once the dust has settled, and you've seen what you have bought into or what you sold, you may not ever be able to get it back. That's you. You want to talk about gold flowing through your blood veins? Whew, brothers. Mm, what they're selling, they just reworded it selling for sale. They're buying or they're taking. Now, now they got this cream, melanin cream. Brothers and sisters, where are they getting that from? Where's they getting this from? Hmm? Please don't let it be our skin of our family members. Where is this system say getting this stuff from? People buying it and they're getting darker. Are you joking me? Is this the depth of a system that hates you so much, but know they need your life to live further, to live on? Sister Kathy. Hmm. Now, if they got you in captivity, I mean, we always speak about where's these sisters that's come up missing? Where's these brothers? Don't nobody know nothing. And we can only imagine, Sister Kathy, shoot, how it looks. Well, the brothers and sisters that are in Africa that come up missing. And they're most definitely not going to do a manhunt for them. They're not going to do it. We are asking legitimate questions. Why is it? I tell you, Shalom, Sister Hazel. Um, this is concerning. They got the hatred out there for us, but at the same time, they need you so that they can continue to live. And it kind of reminds you of what's the movie? They cloned Tyrone. When he got close to the end of it, the original one, he was really lighting up his skin. That's all he wanted. They wanted the same white man, but they knew that they had to. He couldn't be white. They had to have a little soul mixed in with him. No, not a little. They had to have some soul mixed in order for that particular person to live. This stuff is real. Hmm. But no, sister, I mean, I'm looking at it like this, Sister Kathy. It's the brothers and sisters over there in Africa, especially in Nigeria, they're lightening up their skin to look like they're white. They want the soulfulness. But when you take that melanin off of you, and that sun come right on in, it's just like the sun is going straight through you. It's like you're a vampire looking for shade. See, they ain't tell you, they're not going to tell you that. And then as time goes on, without that melanin, oh, they start to crack. They look like leather, cracked up leather. That's what they look like. So now that stuff, it may, no, it don't. I mean, I look at Sammy Sosa. Mm-mm. I don't know what way he was thinking about. It's like he went back in time, all right, to the 1950s. And and I'm saying this, brothers, at that man's age, dude, what are you trying to capture? What are you trying to capture? Here it is, you got a world. Now, this is the thing, brothers. And see, this is that pimp game move. You got a world that needs that melanin that you got, right? And then at the same time, but they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. That's one thing they're not going to do. They'll go lay up in a tanning bed and all that. Yeah, they'll do that. They're not going to tell you what they need from you because they do not want to show themselves in need. They want to show themselves that you want to give me your melanin. That's what the world wants. That's the fulfillment that they're doing. Brothers and sisters, we need to reverse this nonsense. And see, whatever they're talking about, hey, so and so, so and so, brothers and sisters, when you're dealing with the nations, you got to make sure your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed. You got to do it this way. And if you don't do it this way, you may find yourself hemmed up. Now, granted, when the Israelites, when Balaam and the king of those people, the Moabites, they wanted Balaam to curse Israel. The Most High told him, gave him all the instruction, and he didn't. Matter of fact, he blessed them. But what he did though, he looked at the men, and he knew the men. And so now, what they did, they prepared their meats, and they offered that meat up to their gods. Now, granted, the soldiers did not know what they did to the meats, that is. And so, but they started to eat and to lay with the women. The Most High got highly upset. Yes, he did. Killed a lot of them. But as time went on, the Most High told Moses, he said, gather his people together, and they go into war against the Moabites. That's what he did. He said, because they tricked his people Israel. Although we got tricked, we still are responsible. We still got to ask questions. We got to ask questions, brothers and sisters, because you're dealing with a snaky, sneaky system that belongs to Satan. Everything about him is wiggling around, slithering all over the floor. You got to ask questions. So now, if we do find ourselves in a Balaam situation, sisters, shalom, Brother Robert. Um, Dave, I tell you, man, you're right. Sammy, I tell you. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, my bad. He went from buckwheat to Casper. He did, man. I tell you, I was looking at that like, man, what in the world have this guy done? But then, brother, the sad thing about it is, this is what the world is doing. They're not telling you to be like white. They're not. This is the lowest that we, as a separated nation, has become. This is the low. You don't see them all. You don't see them coming in droves, uh, looking like they black. No, they know the time is going to come when they will have to put it on. They're not doing it now. They got to maintain that power. They got to keep the world or you in submission. That's what they got to do. They know that they're dying off. Esau blood don't have that strength no more. It doesn't. Israel do. Brothers and sisters, the moment we understand the strength that's within us, and not only the strength that's within us, the Elohim that we belong to, that's our strength. And the sooner we understand that, the better off we're going to be. Outside of that, you hemmed up. You're absolutely hemmed up. Sister Kathy, Burkina Faso is one of them. He banned it. He banned them for doing that. And you got to recognize, even though that brother claims Islamic, isn't it somehow the Most High would still use a brother or sister who maybe not be thoroughly woke and still use them? Because the moment the Most High stands, whoo, he's going to stand. And all these nations, I'm not saying all these nations. Let's just stick with one, us. That's going to be the time when we're going to know who we are. And can you imagine that that time when it do come? All right, wait a minute. You mean to tell me we're these people, and that he never cast us off? Because now you got to think, if you're dealing with religion, Christians, that's what they believe. Israel is they're no longer Yah's people. That's the teaching. That is the teaching. And so now you take that teaching that they used to, and they just from generation to generation to generation, in a matter of one day, the Most High stands, said, no, you're my people. You have always been my people. Then you come to realize, or they will come to realize, they've been lied to. Wait a minute. We got next. You said, Quran teaches that Islamic will bring us back to him. Back to who? Allah? Wow. Well, I'll say this now. To the Most High, I got you. You know what? The nations, they see what's going on, but they got to keep right now until they feel that they got it under control. Once they feel that they have it under control, the nations, and that is us, with this awakening, they're going to move very cautiously, because they want to show themselves as a force-fed leader. That's it. As a force-fed leader. amongst this nation. Mm-mm. We're not even trying to entertain that. They would never, never, after this captivity, never lead or control Israel ever again. Now, granted, once once we go back, or I ain't gonna say where, we go to the wilderness. No, it's going to be Yah's people who's going to govern his people. It's not going to be a Gentile. It's not. The world, they do. They show that. Moses, yeah. When they want to say he was white. They want to show those people that came out of Egypt was white. So they got to go with that lie in order to keep themselves in position. See, right now the world is laxed. They're very relaxed on it. They're not going to do the investigation because they lied so much to the people. Chooses to believe the lie. That's what they did, and they continue to believe the lie. They believe in that lie like it's well, like it's the truth. But with this awakening, and I'm gonna just say, brothers and sisters, on a small scale, because truthfully, we're still small. But I mean, we have an impact. We have left an impact that they can't deal with. They do. This nation does not like wokeness. They do not. If they can sit up here and take the word out and get rid of it, they will or would. Shalom, Sister Zenobia. They would. Now, they have seen out of this small group of people, and it's truthfully, brothers and sisters, this is called common sense on a Elohim level. Because they will have to recognize, and ain't nobody going to tell me anything different, that they do not talk about these things. I would not be surprised they got their own biblical people standing off in the cut. Hey, this is what's going on. These are his people. You talking about segregation, you need to quit messing with these people. Whether they're going to listen or not, that remains to be seen. And they're not going to listen. What I'm talking about. The scripture says it. They're not going to listen. They're going to continue to do their dirt. They're going to do that. Sister Zenobia, we're the talk of them. You're right. 24/7. That's who we are. This nation, the United States, it's all about, listen to the national anthem, brothers and sisters, the long version. Listen to the long version of the national anthem. Who was it talking about? If you listen to it, you understand it, you go understand it's talking about the black slaves, which they proudly let it be known, against a strong white man. Now, you know what, Brother Avon? I would say, because you can't condemn all camps as one. Because I mean, you got different. I mean, I'm gonna say it like this, Brother Avon. I'm gonna say it like this. When Moses and the Israelites was moving through the wilderness, you had the tribe of Gad, Benjamin, all of us. And as we kept on growing, there was other smaller camps, but they were still from the camp of Judah, but that was up under a different name. But when it all boiled back down to it, boom, we're up under that bloodline of Judah. So I'm not knocking these camps that's out here, and I do believe the Most High is going. He's using some of the camps. Now the ones that right here talking about strippers and all that on the Passover, no, I mean, no, shoot, I don't just shy away. I look and I'm at the wrong door and back up slowly. But I do believe that the Most High will and is using some camps, and truthfully, that's just my take on it, brother. Even I seriously believe that. I mean, do we not believe that the Most High is using Abraham Tory? I do. He does not profess to be of Israel. I mean, at the Most High, So that's the way I take it, brother Avon. That's I mean he used who he used. Now now on that on that incident in Kenya, truthfully, the brothers should have came with a different address. That's just me. I would not. I mean, I try to stay away from telling people you've been lied to. When it comes to brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. And we may do this unknowingly. The one thing that come out of our mouth is you've been lied to. You've been lied to. And let me tell you something about religion. Religion is like, that your mama and your father taught you was a male or you was a female, and you knew that. And once you came up to an age, you knew who you were as a man or as a woman. But now you're talking about the Bible and your teaching over the years and from generation, brothers and sisters. That's when we come up against somebody, they're going to take it as an attack. And when people are up under attack, what do? They brace themselves. They brace themselves. Their mind is already set for an argument. So what that brother did, and then like I said, brother, I don't deal with these titles, bishop, pastor, and things of that nature. I'm sorry, the scripture speaks about that. But anyway, Brother Nathaniel, truthfully, I think he should have worded it differently. It did come off as with arrogance. It did, because we failed to forget, brothers. We was naive just as much as they were. We were in their same shoes. So there should be a way that we, as this awakening remnant, that we need to maintain when we're speaking or speaking with our family members, because we know that this conversation is a very touchy conversation rather. And so now telling somebody you've been lied to that Jesus is white. If you're talking around your homeboys and everything, yeah, you may can get away with that. But not so much. But if you're really out there to reach your brother's heart, but you will do your best to weigh your words. You will. You will do your best to weigh your words. But at the same time, a lot of these brothers out here, and they ain't got to be no camps. It can be organizations. We come right here and do some dumb stuff and put a bad name on our efforts. And you know how the world do? They link us together. Black Hebrew Israelites. That's what we do. That's what the world does. Black Hebrew Israelite. And in essence, brothers, we Israel. When it's all over said and done, we are of the Hebrews. That's who we are. We are Israel of the Hebrews. That's who we are. This world is going to paint a very bad picture. And right now, brothers and sisters, along with what Yahushua was saying, this is what his people will be doing during the time of the end. We still got to continue to let it be known, especially to our brothers and sisters. What is the good news? What is the good news? This is the preaching of the good news. It's the awakening of Israel. And that's the saddest thing, that the world turned around and twisted. The good news is that is the awakening of Yah's people. Salvation came to the nations for who? Due to who? Israel disobedience. And along with their disobedience, there's an awakening. And with that awakening is the truth that his people teach. But the world have a problem with that. Hold on, brother. Yeah, Saint. Hold on. Boom. I never believed Messiah. Brother, let me tell you something. I grew up Joe's Witness. And, you know, they had all the publication. They had this book called My Book of Bible Stories. And it's a lot of pictures in it and everything. Adam and Eve, long curly locks. It was white. Now, granted, they may in this book here. Now, this book was back in the late 70s, early 80s, but they got them a little darker skin of white. Yeah, and Yahusha, yeah, same. They try to do, you know, a little bit darker. And now one of the Bibles, when I was a child, they had. Now I'm a sick and I still search for this Bible. It was a green Bible, published by Joe's Witnesses back in the days, and they had a map of Africa, and they had Paul, you know, hitting and showing the mapping of his preaching tour and all that, and then they had the Garden of Eden, and it was a question mark that was on it, but it was on the question mark was on East Africa. Now, as time went on, do you know that same religious organization saying that, oh, the Garden of Eden is somewhere up north by Turkey? And I was surprised to hear my mother tell me. And I said, wait a minute, hold on, what you talking about? Yeah, they said they found evidence that so and so, so and so, so. Now, all of a sudden, that question mark moved from Africa up into a whole nother country north of Africa, especially during these last days. You see how the lie keep on moving? The lie keeps moving. They keep moving the goalposts with this awakening. See, now this is Satan's system. You woke. We woke now. We are woke. The Most High has awakened his people. in the world, they moving the goalposts. They lying. You got even the people that's calling themselves us saying that, oh, Ukraine is where the Holy Land is located at. Brothers and sisters, when I say they keep on moving that goalposts, they keep moving the goalposts, and they want the world to follow them. This is the thing about the nations. We're not following the nation. One simple scripture. One was said when the Most High said, these nations came in and separated and parted up his land. And one brother came and said, yeah, no, they was talking about Israel. They went in and they parted up Israel. I said, brother, what are you talking about? What Israel are you talking about? Where Israel? What the Jews are? I said, brother, that land is not parted up. That land is not parted up. But the whole continent of Africa is. You got those people that's from Russia that's claiming that's their land. They parted it up. They part of the nations who came in and did that. France, America, all of these countries, European lands, came in and subdued the Most High's land. They came in and parted up his land. Yes, this is a no-be. Let me tell you something on that olive color. We ain't gonna go with that. We're not even trying to dance around with that one. When they brought that and told me, yeah, it was olive color. I said it was a black olive. That's what it was. Y'all want to always took the black olive and throw it out. No, we're not doing that one. It was black, all right. Olive, black olive. They are fighting, brothers and sisters. They literally fighting for their lives. That's what they're doing. They got themselves in a hemmed up situation. And they are in a very bad state. Very bad. When I say brothers, this is going to be very soon. This world is going to be wishing, not just being black. All right, being black, it's going to have its privileges. Or being a person with color, it's going to have its privileges. It is. But being Israel, good gracious and mighty. Good night. That right there is going to supersede all of it. Shalom, Sister Monica. She's texting me, but she can't get into the chat. She's always saying peace and blessing to the brothers and sisters in the chat. See right now, brothers, this is Satan's last ditch effort. This is his last. This is it. And for brothers and sisters to be on the watch. Yeah, we walking hard. You may have brothers and sisters that may speak against other brothers and sisters, say, you all are a hate group, like Sister Kathy said. And that's what they're trying to label us as a hate group. No. We are not a hate group. We are a group of awakened Israelites, not Hebrew, not just Hebrews, Israelite. That's who we are. And the Most High deemed it necessary that a particular generation wakes up. And he woke us up. We're those kids sitting in church when things didn't make sense, like with Brother Saint said he never believed that Jesus was black, even when he was a child. We're those kids. We always had question mark. One thing that stuck with me, it was that question mark of the Garden of Eden. Because that question mark was in the Bible and that question mark was in Africa. That's something that stood out with me right down to this very day. Just like what Brother Yasin said. And if, truthfully, brothers and sisters, if you go back to when you was a child, what did not make sense when you was a child, that's one thing that's still ringing, that's still holding to you right down to this very day. We are those kids that had that question mark or understanding within ourselves. The Most High knew exactly where Brother Yasin was going to be at. He knew exactly what Sister Kathy was going to be at. He knew these things. He knew about Sister Hazel, Sister Linda Cross, Sister Monica. He knew these things back when we was kids. And to be awakened, and now all those questions or concerns that you kept private, man, I mean, when he wakes you up, all of that makes sense, and and it's difficult for the devil to contend with that. That's the thing. I got to talk back with Sister Monica on that, but she got kicked. I mean, I don't know how she got kicked out of the chat. Excuse me. I don't know how she got kicked out of it. But yes, she got. It's something with her not be able to get into the chat. But she's still able to listen to the live. But brothers and sisters, if you go back truthfully and start asking yourself, what was one of the things when you was a child that stood out to you? And the Most High made it. He made it blatantly to you. Although, like I said, we didn't ask questions about it, and some of the kids probably did. And then, I mean, they can ask a legitimate question, and the question gets shot down by the grown person. But it never leaves you. Now here you are, a mature woman, a mature brother, and the Most High woke you up. Yeah, it's difficult for you to go back to religion. It is very difficult. And then so for some individuals, because I do know of some Jehovah's Witnesses, I do. But they let it be known that they're not a Gentile because they got into the scriptures and they ain't letting these brothers know within that organization. Now, don't call me no Gentile. Their teaching, their understanding is totally different. When I say the Most High he's doing it, he's doing it, brothers. Even with their so-called religion, because I do know some of the brothers in these camps, they still say Jesus Christ. And I see that differently. I see that differently. And truthfully, that's that I would say it's a slave-based mentality. And the reason why I say this is because they came in with that name. Jesus, Jesus, Christ. Come on now. And truthfully, let me call you outside your name. And let's just take the Most High's feelings into consideration. Take him into consideration. He told his people his name. Just because we go into captivity, brothers and sisters, does not change. It does not. You got to continue to show respect to our Creator. Although, yeah, we in captivity or whatever situation may be, but it will allow the nations to tell us, oh, this, and he's telling you, John chapter 5. Of what you're going to do. They will give him another name and you go believe in him. Brothers and sisters, if you go look at the scripture, you go find out that's not a good scripture for you if you started to believe that, if you started to do that. That's not a good thing. He comes about and he tells you, this is my name. I come in my Father's name. Jesus. Jesus. Do you hear Jesus in Yah's name? We don't. We got to continue to put, let me say it this way. Yeah, you know what, Brother Earl, they're going to do everything. They're going to do everything. They do not like this awakening. They do not like people of our stature to be out there quoting scriptures, reading scriptures, and understanding scriptures. We are those kids. If you want to talk about people that's just like, that came in and disavowed the teachings of religion, we're that generation because we always had it within us. Truthfully, it's the Most High who put it there. Brothers and sisters, do you all remember when I was saying the demons cannot come inside your house unless you allow them to? The Most High did the same thing. He came in and he left something within us. And I'm talking about you, brothers and sisters, that's in your 40s, especially in your 50s, going up into your 60s, or in your 60s. There's something he left with you from a child on up to this very day. And now you are awakened. You are awakened now. And it's very difficult from an awakening child to an awakening grown man or woman for you to take that type of knowledge and just fall back. No, this is the reason why you have strong-minded brothers and sisters right down to this very day. It's because we was already groomed from day one. Our parents didn't understand. What? We didn't understand it until we were awakened. These brothers and sisters talking about everything. All the color of Yahusha. His name, Yahusha. Paul's preaching tour. People that betrayed Yahusha. All of this stuff is coming out now. Who we are. And we was those little bitty kids. And now here we are. We're those little bitty kids that's standing up boldly. And we're spreading the good news. We're spreading this awakening of his people. Brothers and sisters, you are the good news of the kingdom. That's who we are. The moment we understand it, we recognize it. The world don't want that. They want to talk about the kingdom of Christ. That's true. Our next of kin, brothers and sisters, stands on the right side of Yahuwah. Our next of kin. We're part of that kingdom. We are the kingdom. But for you, black man, a black woman, to say to the world who you are is irritating to the ears. It is absolutely irritating to the ears of the nation. When you're walking about minding your business, you are the good news. Every little step that you take, you are part of the good news. You may be a brother or sister, and you got a 2-year-old walking right beside you from your wife. That little child is a walking good news. May not know it, may not understand it. That good news is this awakening. We are part of that kingdom. When the Most High said, separate yourself from this kingdom, you're no part of this world. You are of royalty. We should move in that. And the more we understand that, brothers and sisters, that you are the kingdom. You are the kingdom. Yes, we will have to stand as one. There's no end to Brother Earl, Brother Avon, Sister Hazel. You all, Sister Zenobia, Sister Kathy, you are the kingdom. Understand that. Did not the scripture say Esau's kingdom is on his way out? Jacob, there will be no end to Jacob's rule. Did not Yahushua say, hey, go therefore and preach the coming kingdom? What kingdom is that, brothers? His kingdom is in captivity right now, on the four corners of the earth. So that, and then he said, this good news must be preached into all of the earth. And then the end will come. Brothers and sisters, whether you're a camp or whatever, if you're preaching this kingdom, you're preaching about yourself. Period. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You are preaching about yourself in association with Yahusha and Yahuwah. And he has given each and every last one of us that responsibility. Let these people know who you are. But what do the world do? The world want to say the coming kingdom of Christ. We can go with that. We can go with that. Because you know what Yahushua is going to do? These are my people. They part of this kingdom. We ride together. We rise together. We roll together. This is the coming together of a nation. This is the thing. When the Most High tells us, brothers, when you start to understand this, that you are the kingdom, you understand that, you know that this kingdom is not just what they taught us in religion. It's Brother Yah Saint, because he brought the comment up, when he was a child. It's the child part, brothers and sisters. It's the child part that's going to get us. Of course, from that time on up to now, his Brother Yah Saint was part of that kingdom. We didn't know it. We did not know that. We were saying we want to be with Christ. But with this awakening, brothers and sisters, nah. The Most High woke us up. He's letting us know you are the kingdom. You are my special property. You are my people. And you are here. You came into this bloodline because he deemed it so. He deemed it. Sister Zenobi, I don't care if your father was just out here doing whatever. But the fact that you came through a Negro, man or woman, you've been blessed. I heard brothers and sisters say, my father, he was never always there. But I like, okay. I mean, it's not good. But it happened because we had to go through the trials and tribulations. We had to go through it. What? My father, he disowned all three of us. Yes, he did. In court. In court. Saying we was not his kids. It didn't too much phase me, but it messed with my older brother and my younger brother. It did. My younger brother, if he get drunk right down to this very day, that's one thing he talks about. The alcohol is nothing but a truth serum. That's all it is. It brings the truth out. And every time my brother get drunk, that's what he talks about. My older brother, he's no longer with us. But that's one thing I've seen. And so we're going to go through those things. My father, when I did my blood, my father is of the Yorubas. Yeah, that's who his blood, our bloodline go back to. My mother's side is of Igbo. My point of saying it is, brothers, my mother and father never married. Never. But the fact that here I am, I'm thankful to be here. I am thankful the fact that the Most High woke me up. Because no matter what our situation may have been, the Most High is the one who's going to take all of your hurt, your anguish, the stress, and he knows exactly how to remove it from you. He is the only one who can do that for you. But we have to go through the trials and tribulations in order to appreciate the position that we are in. And the fact that you come to understand that you are the kingdom, brothers and sisters, that right there within itself is a blessing that should lift you up. You are the kingdom. You are an associate by blood of this kingdom. And for what our forefathers did to put us in this situation, they did it. But then at the same time, now you see how the Most High worked it right back out. He worked it out. He went right in and worked it. And it's going to get better. And some of you brothers and sisters are dealing with sicknesses and things. You don't like the way you feel. But I would say this, brothers. For the vast majority of Israel, our lives was not peaches nor cream. We didn't have the milk. We most definitely didn't have the honey. But we made the best of our situation. Some brothers and sisters got dealt with a lot more harsher than others. Like my grandmother's, my father's mother. Truthfully, I did not care for her. I didn't. It was just something about me and her. And I knew that my grandmother, she did the ritual stuff, the casting of rice and salt and all of that and everything. But then as I got older, I understood why she was the way she was. Not saying the way she was good. No, my grandmother, my father's mother, she was a murderous person. She was. She was a murderous person. Truthfully, my cousins, I never met none of their fathers. Never. I think all of them are dead. Truthfully, they got killed. And I know my grandmother had a couple of my uncles on my mother's side murdered. But this is Israel. This is Israel. And so ever since I was a child, I just could not. My my grandmother say, for my brothers and my brothers, they would give her a hug and that she'll give them $1. I could not hug her. I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. And my father got so upset he beat me in the middle of the street. Took his belt off. Woo! I tell you. And after all of that beating, I still did not hug her. He stopped. Hug your grandmother. She's standing there waiting for a hug, and I couldn't do it. And that is the fact that I was not stubborn, but there was a spirit on her that I just could not do. I just couldn't do it. And he went on to beat me some more till they got tired. She still gave me the $1 though. But this is from a child. And you go back, you start looking at these things. Now you come to understand a whole lot more why Brother Yasin said what he said, why I say this and that. Now it all makes sense as a grown man or as a grown woman. And that's only by the means of the grace of the Most High. Of course, now you understand. Because truthfully, brothers and sisters, if we was in church, where were we at? If we was in church, you'd be on the back burner. You are on the back burner. But with this awakening, you kind of find out, no. You have always been in front of the church. It was granted from the Most High to take it away from you. Keep you docile, unknowingly. And when that time came, and for the Most High to say, hey, all of those little ones, let them know who they are. And brothers and sisters, truthfully, if you look at this, what's the word? This kingdom effort that we are pushing in, that we're letting everybody know, and that's including the camps. And I ain't gonna say all of them because some of them, they got some. No, brother, they got some judgment to contend with right now. And so I'm talking to ones who's maintaining law. That's who I'm talking about. Let's go that way. The ones who are maintaining law, those are the ones, along with other brothers and sisters, that's taking that preaching campaign. Some of these brothers and sisters don't even know they're preaching. And especially, they do not know that they're preaching about themselves in association with Yahushua. It's a bloodline thing. Yeah, brother Dave. Those generational, and you know what, brother, truthfully, I seriously believe I'm the one that Most High chose for my family. Because I'm gonna tell you this, brother Dave, my grandmother had like 5 sisters. The boys, they all had babies. But my grandmother was the only girl who could have kids. Not one of my great aunts have a child. Not one. And there's one of them is still living. She's like 84 years old. She's the only one. Matter of fact, she's the only child sibling that's left living. Not one of the girls had babies. And my auntie, my mother's sister, she just barely got three, but she had more miscarriages than the kids that she has now. It's difficult for my family on the female side to have babies. My mother, that was not the case with her. She was just like my grandmother. That's generational curse. Ain't nobody go. And brothers, I tell you, when it's awakening, you start to understand. You come to understand these things. And my grandmother, she was the one who she took the lead. She was the oldest child. My my grandmother's mother, she died at the age of 40. And so my grandmother, and I mean, this is where I get it from. She took the lead. She raised her brothers and sisters. Although they may have been in their late teens, they respected my grandmother. They respected her. They did. Although it was turbulent times, but back in those days, there was still there was a measure of respect that was given to that oldest child. Period. Because I would never forget one of my great cousins. When I say great, if she was living today, she'd be about 80 years old. Her parents died, and all of her brothers and sisters came to live with my grandmother. My grandmother raised them too. That's what we did back in those days. But as time went on, Israel, although we had to go into captivity, and although we went through a departure, when I say a departure, well, we started to grow apart as a nation. The nation was ruthless on us, brothers. If you want to talk about slavery, they took your brother and they shipped your brother way south. Your sister, she went way north. The other one went way east. The other one went way west. If you want to talk about a nation who's been ripped apart, mentally savaged, torn apart, we are those people. We are those people. If you want to talk about an explosion and your body parts all over the world, we're those people. What is it? POST? Post-traumatic stress syndrome? That's us. This is who we are. Shoes, brother, y'all saying, you saying they did us dirty. Brother, it got to be something a little bit worse than dirty. It got to be something worse than dirty. And if it is, that's it. That's it. But yet and still, I didn't. You take Brother Dave, you take yourself, you take myself, Sister Novia. Well, who's sitting pretty now? The world, we're letting the world, no. We don't need to be like you. We're not going to be like you. You need to be like me. This is the change of power at hand. And see now, what we do in the flesh, did not the scriptures say, whatever's loosed in heaven is going to be loose on earth? Come on now. Get at me. Get at me. And we praying, oh my goodness, good grace. The world is hemmed up. The world is hemmed up. There's no power in heaven for this world. Their God is with them on this earth. And he's all about living on that fleshly side. We are in captivity, and while we are in captivity, we're preaching of a coming kingdom. It's like the devil swallowed the wrong pill, and that is us. Of course, now we're causing a disruption in his gut. There's some acid that's moving about that he can't take, and that is the birthing of a nation. That's who we are. That is who we are. We causing an anguish of nation. We're we're that nation. He should not have swallowed that pill. He wasn't paying attention. Now you done took a fleshly class of people who are abiding by the Spirit, and your gut can't take it, and you feel something is something very bad is on the horizon, and that's what the devil is feeling. This agitation. He knows he got to do something. He got to throw up or something. We are that kingdom, brothers, and we're not for sale. Now, if they want to come in and walk behind your light, they have that privilege to do so. And I say walk behind you. They can never step in front of you. When they were stepping on top of you, when that time was granted for them to do that, they did it. They did just that. And for the ones who have a problem with doing that, walking behind your leadership, well, the book of Revelation says this: you go serve as a servant. You're going to serve as a servant. Or you can call it slave. Pick one. Israel will go with servant. But the world, they call you ain't nothing but a slave. This is, yeah. You are the kingdom. We are woke. We are absolutely wide-eyed awoke. And they seeing a system that they're basing on AI, digital coin, money, but not recognizing that the kingdom has engulfed the earth already. The captivity, brothers and sisters, the transatlantic slave trade was an issuing of the good news. It didn't feel like it, but that's exactly what it did. We went to the four corners of the earth. That's what we did. The Most High started to wake us up from the four corners of the earth. Start preaching the kingdom. You are the kingdom. You are all over the world. This is what this kingdom is going to do. It's going to encompass. It's going to encompass the whole earth. And then he said, I'm going to bring you back to your land. And your land is you go sit on a throne. Everyone does not the world know that Africa is the root for this world. This is one thing we do know. They know it. That's the reason why they went up there and parted up the lands. Now you got brothers and sisters going back. You got brothers and sisters that are there that are kicking these nations out. They cleaning house. The same. They're not the most. Whatever's been loosed in heaven, be loosed on earth. If Satan got kicked out of heaven, what do you think these brothers and sisters? What do you think we're going to do? We go kick him right up out of Africa. So whatever the Most High God He's going to do in the heavens, we're going to do the same on earth. It's happening. The same movements, brothers and sisters, is happening. The same movements. Yahushua was persecuted. Brothers and sisters, did we not go to the same? We went through the same thing he went through. The same thing. Now, this is a rising of a kingdom. There's a cleansing that the Most High did. He had to remove the devil out of his place. We got to do the same thing. We got to do the same thing. Whatever been loosed in the heavens will be loosed on earth. We have a blood relative that's speaking up on our behalf. Not flesh and blood, but on the spiritual side. The world can't say that. We can. We're not done away with. Never was. We just had to go through the discipline. We had to go through that because our forefathers did not appreciate the position that they was given. They did not appreciate it. Excuse me. They did not appreciate it. Now we come, and like I said, from when we was a child, it took the Most High to look at us when we was kids, naive to everything. And he put something inside of us. And we went through life. We seen people come, we seen people go. We dealt with the hurt, we dealt with the cries, we dealt with the tears. These are the things we dealt with as time went on. Only to get to this particular time in our lives, no matter where our age is. But when the maturity kicks in, and along with the maturity and this awakening, we come to realize who we are. And all is not lost. All is not lost. That's the beauty of it. That's what we come to realize. We understand. Yeah, we you know, we lost mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, babies. We lost these things. And on top of all the loss we went through, we're dealing with different sicknesses. We went through a lot. But we did not realize we was the kingdom. And with all of that pain, brothers and sisters, if you want to say pain, the definition of pain, put a picture of Israel there. Pain. That's us. We went through that. This is not to make ourselves, make us, feel sorry for ourselves. But like I said, we had to go through this. We had to come to appreciate what we're about to, no, not what we're about to, what we're going through. It started already, brothers. It's already started. The kingdom, brothers and sisters, as we go on, we're going to experience death. We're going to continue to see it until the Most High says enough, and he's done with it. But at the same time, along with all of the pains that we have experienced, it's not going to add up to the joy that we're getting. It's not going to even add up to it. As a matter of fact, once you start to realize it, you're not going to start feeling it no more. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I long to see my grandmother again. I do. But Yahushua, he gave us the example. He knew the pain that we was going to go through. He knew it. He knew that we was going to go through some things. He knew that we were going to go through some things. There was one sister, she told me she lost her son, her only son, only child. And she said it was very bad. I mean, that's one thing she don't have to tell me. I can only imagine. And I say only because I never felt that. See, now we went through some things. The pains and things of that nature. This is a birthing of a kingdom. We are experiencing this right now. And as time goes on, brothers and sisters, along with the Exodus, oh my goodness, the Exodus, or you want to call it gathering, we're going to have that history. We're going to have that eyewitness event. Like Brother Yasin said, when he was a child, it's the child part, brothers. On up to a mature man or woman. To see these things, to feel, you feel the hurt, the hurt. We felt it. But along with this awakening, there's a renewing of the spirit. A lie that was taught is unbelieved now, because the Most High is the one who's teaching you. Now you come to understand, oh no, we're not done away with. Matter of fact, I am of Israel. Oh, the kingdom is me. I am the kingdom. And when we come together as a collective nation, the nation will be recognized as the kingdom in association with the Yahusha. And then he's going to hand it back to his father. These are your people that the world lied and said, you done away with these people. The world got itself hemmed up. That's what it did. The world got itself hemmed up in so many lies. Now, it's payback time. And that time has already started. That time has already started. These things that's happening in the world, call it global warming if you want to. You can sit up and fool yourself. Oh, global warming. But even though they say global warming, brothers and sisters, they move about as if they got everything under control. This is how the world moves. We should not move that way. We should not move that way. We're not for sale. And when they do put things up for sale, brothers and sisters, read the footnote. Those tiny words, you may need a magnifying glass so that you can see it. It's always going to be a con to this system. The pro of the system is to take your life for themselves. We're not Esau. We do not want to make that drastic mishap. I ain't gonna say mistake, but I say mishap of giving your life over to someone else. I don't care what they look like. They may come out white, smooth skin. That's makeup. That's makeup. Because as time goes on, the sun is the beholder of the truth. The sun is the beholder of the truth. That sun got power in it now, brothers and sisters. You can go out there and do and be foolish if you want. Go out there and say, "Oh, get rid of my melanin." And I seen some video where they was just showing on the video and how the dark skin was coming off as if it was a scab.
they go wish they can go back and put that skin right back on. The only person I can say that's going to do that is going to be the Most High. But trust and believe. I seriously believe they're going to feel it. That sun started hitting them. They're going to understand how a white person feel. They're going to understand it. And they go find themselves walking around with nothing but white on. That's what's going to happen. Trying to reflect that sun. But brothers and sisters, no. This is one thing we really truthfully do not want to forget. We are in a blessed, privileged position. Let us not take that position for granted. Let us not take it for granted. Now, granted, the scriptures do say that there's going to be a remnant. And so now, brothers and sisters, when they talk about the remnant, let's understand this about remnant. That remnant has to be, there's another number that's associated with it. Now, myself, I don't too much get caught up on remnant as if it's going to be 10 of us left. But we're going to go through the trials and tribulations. That road that leads off to life and the road that leads off to death, those roads are not going to be done away with until that last battle. That's Armageddon. Because in the book of Revelation, it speaks about death was cast into the lake, and it was done away with. Because now in the wilderness, that's going to be a choice because we got free will. And that death, it's truly going to be by means of your own hands. And it's going to be based upon those laws that the world telling us that's done away with. Yeah. So now, if you want to talk about a suicidal moment, brothers and sisters, that's what the wilderness is going to be. You go suicide your own self if you do not want to follow those laws. That's what we have in front of us. We are the kingdom. We are the kingdom. But we got to abide by the laws in order for us to be fruitful in that kingdom or in this kingdom. Because the kingdom is already started. There is a crushing of a kingdom that is already started. Brothers and sisters, I ain't never seen nobody around here doing what they doing. They keep on rolling dices on World War III. It's like, I know some of you remember when we was kids, the kids that's around us be, pushing us to fight. So they'll put a piece of wood chip or something on your shoulder. And they talk, oh, how dare you knock it off his shoulder? This is what this system is doing. Somebody's going, you got these nations say, I dare for you to do this or I dare you. And that's what it is. It's a daring until it's going to eventually explode. They said China has Japan surrounded. As a matter of fact, they said the United States is surrounded. Russian ships as well as Chinese ships. Brothers and sisters, truthfully, there is going to be a decimation of something, of someone. It's going to be a nation. And this stuff is surrounding. That's what I'm seeing. I tell you. Along with these earthquakes, this outrageous weather, we're not naive to that. We know exactly why these things are happening. Because we are the kingdom. And the moment we realize that we are of the kingdom, brothers and sisters, there's a whole lot more knowledge that the Most High is going to give us. Because now, like I said, truthfully, if you took your time coming up in religion, you take that time that you came up in religion, and you take the time that you're right now, where you stand right now, and you come to you was not feeling that way, that you are of the kingdom, that you are of the kingdom. We didn't know that. There's no, the fact that you are part of, it's the fact that, you are the kingdom. And this is what Yahushua was telling us. Go, proclaim, preach the good news of the kingdom. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. The world is scared. They concerned. They very concerned. And granted, brothers and sisters, this global catastrophe that's happening, that got something to do with the birth of a nation. It has something to do with the birth of a nation. It does. And you're right, Brother Dave. I mean, dynamite kit, yeah. That's what that is. And you know what? The thing about it is, they're blowing themselves up. This is what Esau is used to. Neither one of these nations wants to take a back seat to another nation. Not one wants to take that back seat. Everybody want to be that one to say, hey, this here, that there. They want to be their own man. Those 10 toes, they're looking for that kingdom. They want that power. They lusting after the power. Brother, they out there doing what they're going to do. When Yahushua said that his kingdom is no part of this world, he means that. We have a kingdom. When I say we, I'm talking to you, brothers. We have a kingdom. We have a kingdom while in captivity. We have a kingdom. We have to put ourselves in position of maintaining the kingdom. We got to. When I was saying, you're not going to bring a Gentile to sit in a kingdom seat to replace a queen seat, that ain't going to happen. The Most High said it. You're not going to bring a Gentile into this kingdom and sit down in front of his people whom he chose to represent him. It's a bloodline thing. If you want to talk, about to go down that road again. The world is big upon their bloodline. They knew, and they although they did it out of hatred, they knew that they did not want black in their DNA. And they saw to it. They saw to it. If we can take that same type of energy, brothers and sisters, from what the Most High was telling us back thousands of years ago, and apply that right down to this very day. But if you do that, what do you go? Hey, you're a racist. But they can do it right down to this very day. They can do it down to this very day. But the moment you buckle up, hunker down, and stick to your people, you are racist. Brothers and sisters, that's something that we cannot, they can kick rocks with it. We must maintain whatever separating this, being set apart. We need to do that to the best of our ability. We're not trying to make excuses saying, oh, this is the tribe of so and so over here, this nation over here. That's brothers. I'm not even trying to entertain that, because everybody that was on that ship was Negroes. Negroes. Historical fact. We're not for sale. We are not for sale, especially within this time of the end. They're getting desperate, brothers. If Trump wants to remove all black artifacts out of the United States history books and things, brother, please let them do what they're going to do. And the more of us that realize that we are the kingdom, you let that happen, brothers and sisters. Let that happen. The Most High has given the world blatant example who his people are, although being in captivity. We entertain the nations. We wowed the crowd. In so many different ways, brothers and sisters, the Most High showed the world who we were. They just didn't see it. They did not see it. That I'm gonna just give you one good example. What's that brother name? Kendrick Lamar. He did They Not Like Us. You can't go through the internet without, it's just like that song. It went international. Everybody doing all his dance steps and whatever. I mean, what? But brothers, did the world understand what he was saying? But he was entertaining them, and at the same time telling them who we were. They still did not listen. He showed the world who we are. Showed them, opened up their ears, their eyes, and they still did not understand. It didn't sink in. We are the kingdom. We just giving you a brief synopsis of who we are, and the Most High allowed that to happen. Hoo-wee. Now, the Most High is saying he's about to he's taking it up a notch. That notch is going to be felt, and it's being felt right now. So now, whatever they're doing on the internet to keep people entertained, distracted, the world is going to do that because they know that this fight is a whole lot bigger than what the world is accustomed to. Brothers, the more we realize that we are the kingdom and we start preaching that kingdom more than anything, this is when the brothers and sisters wake up. When they understand that they are the kingdom, and first, in getting over that hump You got to realize who you are. And that's going to, I ain't going to say that's going to be an uphill battle. It's not going to be an uphill battle. It's not. Because eventually, the Most High is going to stand. He's going to stand. And he's going to let it be known who we are, period. We are walking billboards for the Most High. We are the kingdom. That's who we are. Of it are the strangers, the ones who's going to be grafted in. In it, it's us. Understand that, brothers. We are we are in a very privileged position. Let's not wreck that position, brothers and sisters, whether it's here or in captivity. We are in a privileged position. If you are of this, it's time for you to start preaching it on a much harder level. Well, I'm not worried about what the family say or whatever, because eventually they go have to come to understand it. Some may get burnt a little bit. Sometimes, a little heat. Yeah. I tell you what, my son was playing around a radiator when he was a child. Radiator don't give off. Let me take that lie back. Some of them do give off some heat. Yeah. But this one here, my son touched it a little bit. He never went back to it. He never went back to it. When he was playing, he made sure he stayed away from the radiator. He learned from what he had suffered. Brothers and sisters, if you want to talk about some people that suffered, it's us. But the question is this: what did you learn? What did you learn from the things that you suffered? Because Yahushua did the same thing. He learned from the things that he suffered. The same thing. If you, like I said, brothers, we suffered. But what did we learn? And what we're going to do with the knowledge that we have learned from it. That's it. We are in a privileged position, brothers and sisters. There are so many different things that's about us. It's mind-boggling. One, you are the descendants of that 400-year track. You are those you're those people. What did we learn from all of our suffering? And at the same time, out of all of that suffering, some of us, or what the scripture said, those that experience this awakening during the end of the time will have the strong possibility of never dying at all. You're that generation. You are that generation. Now, and for you non-believers out there on what I just said, do you believe? Well, Yahushua said, it is absolutely impossible for the Most High to lie. Because now, don't get me wrong, we've seen death, we lost loved ones and things of that nature. But when he comes in, he says this: do you believe it? Because now, we may be accustomed to death. But when the Most High, when you get down to this particular time and you start to recognize all of these signs during the last days, anguish of nations, kingdom against kingdom, my people doing this at this particular time, do you believe that? Because you used to something else. What you may be used to, brothers, may need to be broken right then and there. Because the Most High celestial chariot It does not slow down, and it don't wait for no one. Either you go keep up or you go fall back. One or the other. And this is where we stand right now. Well, stand, move, and everything. That's how we do. This is the encouragement the Most High is telling us about what He's doing, what things are going on. These last days, brothers and sisters, I tell you, they are being fulfilled. Things are being fulfilled. The time and the things that we're seeing, brothers, is real. It is absolutely real. The devil is busy. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. We're in a privileged position. We are the kingdom. You're going to have preachers in these churches and everything. They always talk about the kingdom of Jesus Christ, not knowing that they are an association with Him. They are of the kingdom. It's a bloodline thing. But they had to preach a lie in order to get us away from it. So when we start to realize they lied, and you start to go back into the belief that you are the kingdom, oh, brothers, if you want to talk about a strength, believe that you are of the kingdom, that you are the kingdom. And it was granted for you to tell the world globally who you are. Because we were sent there. We were sent into slavery as a kingdom. In that time, brothers and sisters, of this exodus or gathering, pick one, it don't matter. But it's the gathering, brothers. That's the danger for the nation. That's the danger. Because didn't Yahushua say that He's going to give out a trumpet call for His angels to go and collect His people that He dispersed to the four corners of the earth and bring them back to the land? The danger is not for us, it's for the nations. Now, that captivity, which was a blessing for the nations, listen, which was a blessing for the nation, is taken back, put back on their land. The blessing, brothers, of Judah being in all of these lands, that blessing that the Most High gave these nations is about to be rescinded. Because now He sent His people out there and they had to suffer, and they learned obedience by means of what they suffered out in captivity. I got to bring my people back, and I got to heal my people away from you nations. Please correct me if I'm wrong, brothers and sisters. Sister Kathy, Sister Linda Cross, if I'm wrong, please let me be wrong. This is what's happening. You think we have a feeling of going back to, no, this is the Most High is letting us know it's time. It's time for me to get my people up out of captivity. They have suffered enough. And it's time, because He said He is the only one who can heal us. Not Brother Dave, not Sister Linda, not Brother Avon. He said He Himself. And matter of fact, not one of us can buy our brother back. That's how deep it's going. It goes. There's not enough amount of money for any brother or sister thinking, hey, I'm going to back my brothers and sisters back. The Most High said, you won't do it. I'm the only one who can do it. and he's going to do it. The moment this gathering take place, brothers and sisters, however long we stay in the wilderness, the world need to take that time and analyze their survival. Because now the Most High is dealing with us. He's cleaning camp. He's healing. He's cleaning camp. He's healing and restoring a nation away from the devil's eyes. That's Revelation chapter 12. This is what we're about to go into. The Most High is just not going to leave us there. That 400 year is done. It is absolutely done. Stick a fork in it. It's done. Now, whatever time after that 400 years, brothers and sisters, it's like the world is walking on eggshell. They know it. The devil knows it. The devil knows exactly the moment the Most High takes his people away and put them back. If you're talking about entertaining a nation, brothers and sisters, we don't need the nation to entertain ourselves. We do not. We entertain ourselves. When the Most High said we are set apart people, brothers and sisters, now we're going to start to feel it, and we will understand it. For some, it may be a little bit, it may be a tad bit difficult because you still got some that want to be like the nations. But with this gathering, or Exodus, or greater Exodus, that's going to be the telltale sign. That's going to be it. That is absolutely going to be it. This here lollygagging, talking about this and that, and they kick rocks with it. I'm not overly concerned when it comes to this war. I'm not overly concerned whether the strength of the dollar. No, I'm not. I mean, I do what I'm supposed to do. That's one thing I do. But brothers, we are the kingdom. We're heirs of the kingdom. We need to live it, believe it, preach it, tell people about it. All you're going to do, I mean, for the one that you may think, well, I ain't going to say you think. Brothers, all we're going to do is lay seeds. And those seeds, eventually, they're going to germinate. They're going to. Some are going to wake up, oh, wait a minute, this is real. And then when they start to realize, oh, we can't eat pork. Oh, you think? We are, like I said, brothers and sisters, in closing, we are in a privileged position and we are not for sale. Because now you realize you are the kingdom. You are an heir of the kingdom. There is no end to your rule. This is scriptural. Whatever's been loosed in the heavens shall be loosed on earth. Whatever's happening in the heavens, brothers, trust and believe. It's happening on this earth. If you send these brothers in Africa doing what brothers, that's the Most High's doing. If they moving nations out, trust and believe, there's some cleansing that's going on in heaven too. It's happening. We're witnessing these things. Once this not awakening, the Exodus, oh, here we go again. The Exodus or greater Exodus or gathering, it's going to take place. Israel will be once one again. Once all tribes are back on Yah's land, put it that way, that's when the healing begins. That's when the healings begin. And let us take that to heart, brothers and sisters. Let us hold on to that near and dear. Because with all of that happening and the healing of a nation, out of all the anguish, the pains, the suffering, the Most High said, I'm going to heal my people. The world didn't go through this. We did. We went through that. And we had to go through it in order for us to sit as kingdom heirs. We had to go through that. But let us keep our minds focused on that, brothers. You are an heir to the kingdom. Then they can't take it away from you. That's one thing they can't do. They cannot do it. They went through the lies, the trampling of a people. They did everything, just like the Most High said they was going to do. But in order for us to believe, to understand it, we had to be ripped. We had to be ripped apart. Dumb, absolutely down to the ground. And brothers and sisters, we have been dumbed down. Well, we were once dumbed down to the ground. If you want to talk about a ripped up people, not knowing who we are, raise your hand. You know that's us. And to rise up and to understand that you are the heir to a kingdom, you got to understand where you're coming from and to where you're going. That's the beauty of it. You got to understand where you're coming from and where, matter of fact, not just where you're coming from, where you came from, the thing that you suffered from. What do you learn from your suffering in order for you to maintain this kingdom? This is where we at. This is what we're witnessing. And it's happening. Whatever is loosed in the heavens shall be loosed on earth. Israel. Captivity was a curse for us. It was a blessing for the nations. They took, did not Yahusha. What did he say when he came? He said, I come only for the house of Israel, the lost tribe of Israel. Did he not say that? We know he did. And he did just that. He came out looking and searching for the lost sheep. Brothers, the same thing is happening right now. The Most High says he's going to gather us, to which he's going to do. This is a time clock moment. Time is winding down. We're not going to be sitting in captivity 500 years. He said 400. And he said, I'm going to judge the nation. And did he not do that? Did he not? Hello, COVID. Goodbye, 2018. Those days will never come back again. I'm going to judge the nation. Oh, this outrageous weather. Oh, let's lie to the people that says called as global warming. Oh, let's affect these people. Let's talk about segregation. All of these things, brothers and sisters, that's it. Even with that, the things that his people are doing, what they're going to be doing in the last days, whether it's good or bad, this is what my people are going to be doing. You're going to know that I am at that door. I'm about to clean camp. There's an exodus on the horizon. All of these things It's what I'm going to do during the last days. This is what Yahushua is saying. All we have to do is pay attention. Obedience is better than sacrifice off the top. Right, Sister Zenobia. But on that note, brothers and sisters, keep your head on a swivel. Walk on water, because I'm telling you, you are the kingdom. you are a kingdom heir by blood. But there's an obedience. There's an obedience that comes with that being an heir. Just because you blood bound Israel, that don't mean that you can walk in and just haphazardly think you can do what you want to do. You can get laid down where you don't get back up. The Most High is not playing like that. That's one thing he's not doing. That's something that being a kingdom heir, it has to be maintained by his laws. Everything falls right back. The Most High don't make mistakes. It's real. And we will have to get that Christian mentality away from us. It was a lie from the get-go. They blended truth and lies. Now we got to go through, we got to start looking at things, understanding scriptures, praying for the Most High to teach us, because he will teach us. This is not that time that we want to take that being a kingdom heir for granted. From a day-old child coming from Negroes, that child is a kingdom heir of the kingdom. On up to a man that can be 100 years old, living right down to this very day. Understand who we are, Israel. Understand that. Knowing that you are the kingdom. And the more we understand it, that's a strength. That's a strength that the devil do not want you to maintain. He wants you to be always walking behind the kingdom. With, in essence, brothers and sisters, you are inside the kingdom. Believe that. You're of the kingdom. Keep your head on a swivel, Israel. Keep your head on a swivel. That knowledge will bring about a whole lot of trouble. And what? We're used to it. And I'm thinking, brothers, truthfully, the Most High is he's showing the difference now. He's showing it. These are my people. There's no more sitting back. He's standing. The world got his attention. His people got his attention. The prayers, the hurt, the pain, all of these things are going to the Most High from his people. Yes, he's starting to realize, or to know rather, that time is winding down. It is absolutely winding down. Hold on. Boom. I'm gonna say it this way, brother. Sister, I talked to Sister Betty. Oh, it's been a moment. I gotta give her a call, matter of fact. When that stuff first blew off with QTUA, I talked to Sister Betty, and she was explaining to me, and then for me being there, truthfully, brothers, when it's all over said and done, it's about wording. Now, they, whatever they was doing, the wording, they saying you can own land. No, you cannot own land. You can lease land. There's a difference between lease and owning. There's two difference, because when you own land there. You don't, there's no taxes that you go pay on that land. And when I say this, I'm gonna get back to Sister Betty for you to understand how when you talk about owning land. There's a brother I know there. He has a child in Tanzania that was born in Tanzania. He do own the land by means of his daughter. That land is in her name and his name. That's how he owns the land, because he has a child there. Now, going back to Sister Betty, what they was doing, the complaint is, like I said, wording. It wasn't the fact that you were owning the land. You was, the brothers and sisters there, they leased land, and they come to understand that. But when you dealing with brothers and sisters, you saying own land, there's a difference mentally that we have when we say ownership. So now, however, Sister Betty, she was looking at, Teo is in association with T3andMe, and what they was doing. So, it wasn't just Sister Betty. There was quite a few brothers and sisters that did have some complaints about some things. And I think it's more so of an understanding. And it was a wording issue. It was a wording issue, because I've seen videos when he said you can own land. You can't own land, brothers and sisters. You can't. And so Sister Betty, she just deemed it necessary that herself, her son, her family, separate themselves, to which I felt, I'm on the same totem pole. That's who I talk to. I call Sister Betty. I may talk to Arthur and things of that nature. And because it would appear that they was trying to reach out. Well, there was a point where we was trying to talk and seemed like communications broke down. And then at the same time, I was going through what I was going through with QTUA, and then that's the reason why I was saying it sounded cliquish to me. Seemed like they was like working hand in hand, but they didn't want to talk about my situation. Cool. It don't matter to me. I'm gonna keep it moving. What? They go steal. And so, but I've been pretty much in association with Sister Betty and things of that nature. And I understood their plight. I did, because I went through the same thing. And so I wouldn't necessarily call it gossip, but this is what, our actions, brother, our actions are part of the last days. Period. You're going to have brothers and sisters that you can reason with. You're going to have brothers and sisters that you cannot reason with. And you will have brothers and sisters who will be like, they flat out just don't care. Our actions are part of the last days. Now, wherever you at on that totem pole, that's between you and the Most High. And that's how I'm giving this stuff to now. I'm not trying to tie myself up in court on things that if you got your mind set on doing, they're going to do it, brothers. They're going to do these things. And you're going to have brothers and sisters that's going to say, hey, they go call certain people out. They're going to call them out. But truthfully, I will proceed very cautiously. That's just me. I will move very cautiously, because If you feel that a brother or sister is doing some underhanded, yeah, you do let your brothers and sisters know. But first and foremost, you're supposed to make peace with your brother. That's what you're supposed to do. And see, right now, I don't see peace. When you got brothers and sisters saying the Jamaican. I'm talking about brothers and sisters saying, calling the Jamaicans. You don't do that. It's just like me calling you a nigger. No, that's your brother. And so we're supposed to be, pursuing this peace. And see now, brother, truthfully, we got next. This stuff is going to go a lot higher, because when you're claiming the Most High's name, He stands up. Now, whatever T3 and me got going on, whether it's not of Yah, it's going to be dealt with. But if it's of Yah, you cannot wreck it. So this is the reason why I say to brothers and sisters, seek peace with your brother. Seek it. But if you can't find peace, move on about your business and let the Most High go do what He's going to do. Let Him do what He's going to do. And that's it. I don't. The last time I was on, I was listening to Arthur. I was going to try to get onto the panel, but I had to get up and go to work. And so I just sent him a text and said, like next time or whatever, because I had to go to work. And you too, brother Earl. You be safe out there, brother. But it's a part of it, brother, is this. A part of it is to defame our awakening. That's what it's part of it's going to be about that. And at the same time, it's to keep up contention. We plan and we're being part of the last days, but brothers and sisters, when